I am the Aghanashini, the river that washes away all sins. I am fondly called River Zuari today. Long before nations drew their borders, my surface lay perfectly still. Then came a moment that would change everything. In a grand cosmic play, Lord Shiva found himself outplayed while playing with Parvati. Humbled, he sought solitude on my forested banks, here, in the land we now call Goa. But love does not respect solitude. His wife, the goddess Parvati, followed his footprints into the dense jungle to find him. Shiva disguised himself as a tiger. Parvati, terrified, cried out, "Trahi Mam Girisha! O Lord of the mountains, save me!" In that moment of pure fear, a new name was born, Mangesh. The tiger dissolved, the god revealed himself, and from that day, the divine chose to make this exact piece of earth his home, forever. Gods do not simply appear, they wait to be found. Then, one ordinary day, something extraordinary happened. A cow, sacred in our tradition, wandered to a patch of red earth and began pouring her milk onto the ground as if offering it to someone unseen. A man named Deva Sharma watched, puzzled. He dug into the wet soil. What he found was not a man-made idol. He found a Swayambhu, a stone shaped entirely by nature itself. In our tradition, such a stone is considered a direct, unmediated presence of God. This happened in Kortalim, Goa, known in Konkani as Kuthale. It is here that the deity was first enshrined and first given a name. Historians like Ananta Ramakrishna Sinai Dhume, in his book The Cultural History of Goa, suggest that the leader of the families who established this Swayambhu may have named it Mangananatha, after the village of his own ancestors. Over many generations, that name is believed to have softened, from Mangananatha to Manganatha, then to Manganesha, and eventually abbreviated to Mangesha or Mangirish, the name we know today. But peace is fragile. A jagged shadow crawled across my waters that brought with it a long winter. They brought fire for the thatch and hammers for the stone. What was built over eons was undone in a single heartbeat. Families were torn from their roots. They tried to break the spirit by crushing the temples and homes. But the community knew a secret. Stone can be broken, but faith cannot be touched. To save the soul, they would leave the skin behind. The journey into the dark had begun. They moved at night when no soldiers could see them. I, the river, swelled my waters to muffle the sound of their oars. The deity was not carried in a grand procession. He was wrapped in wet cloth and concealed. They crossed to the other side, deep into the forests of Priol, a region beyond the reach of the Portuguese. For over 100 years, the deity lived in a simple forest shrine, No grand temple, no large gatherings. Just quiet daily devotion, a small flame kept alive through sheer persistence. In that quiet, they held their greatest act of defiance. Time, however, is a wheel that surely turns. The political tide shifted and a new sun rose over the Ghats. A son of my soil, Sardar Ramchandra Malhar, Sukhtankar, bound to the Lord by a heart of deep devotion, petitioned his rulers on behalf of the forest shrine. The god waiting in the woods would be hidden no more. A sanad, a formal royal grant, was issued. The village of Mangeshi was granted. The Mahajans brought the wealth of the sanad and the blueprint of faith, and it was the local Goans, the children of the soil, who raised the stone. A legacy built together. Behold, the Deepstambha, a ladder of lamps connecting the sacred earth to the stars. It is a statement. We are still here. Look at the dome. A harmony of stone that did not emerge from comfort, but from survival. And listen. The prayers whispered in the forest found their voice again, in songs that refuse to fall silent. Empires end. But here, the drums still beat. The lamps are still lit. And the water always remembers. Om Namah Shivaya.